Hello everybody, namaste. Welcome to your slow flow for hips and back. I'm Kayla. It is so nice to do this practice with you. For this practice, you might need some support for your hands, so you can use books. If you have blocks at home, use your blocks. You can also use water bottles underneath your hands. So anything that you have around the house that you might use in replacement for blocks, you can go ahead and take that. Also, I want to start out by saying that anything that feels hard on your knees, please use cushioning under your knees. So that might mean rolling your mat up so you have a couple layers underneath your knees, or using a cushion or a blanket. So if you need a pillow or a blanket, please go and take that now. And then we'll start our practice together. Okay, so we're just going to get started laying down in Shavasana. So stretch your legs out in front of you, bring yourself down onto your back. Arms by your sides. Close your eyes. Palms facing upward to receive whatever you need from this class. Starting to take some long, deep breaths in, really filling up from the base of your belly all the way up into your collarbones. Long, slow breaths out, emptying out completely. Feeling a lightness about you as you breathe in. Sinking down into your mat as you breathe out. Feeling uplifted as you breathe in. Grounded and centered on your breaths out. Really feeling yourself drop down into your body. Acknowledging how your body is feeling. Do a little body scan from the tips of your toes all the way up to your head. Noticing how each body part feels tonight. Without judgment. And acknowledge wherever your mind is at. Seeing your thoughts for whatever they are as they float around in your mind. You can see each thought and label it for what it is without getting carried away with the story or the thought pattern and going down a path of that thought. Remaining present with yourself and seeing them as they pop up and watching them drift away like a cloud in the sky. One more deep breath in, filling up completely. Slow breath out, emptying out fully. Start to bring little movements into your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists, rotate ankles. Maybe start to rock your head from side to side. Blinking your eyes open. Give yourself a nice big full body stretch. Reach your hands behind you, toes reach in front of you. Lengthening through both ends of your body as you breathe in. And release on your breath out. Hug your knees gaze in towards your chest, giving yourself a nice hug. You can rock side to side to give your back a little massage. If you'd like, you can bring the palms of your hands to your knees and take circles with your knees. Either keeping your knees together and going in one direction, or taking them in two separate circles. Those movements, those two different movements will massage your back in different ways. You can explore what both types of rotations feel like. Changing direction of your circles. And then starting to bring yourself back to center. Guide your knees with the palms of your hands down to your armpits. Keeping your back flat against your mat. If you start to do this, you're going too far, sink your back down, your glutes down, and then just gently guide those knees in as far as they'll go to the armpits. And start to rotate out your ankles. Switching direction. You're welcome to stay here in a modified happy baby, or you start to kick the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling and hold on to your feet, your shins, or your ankles. You can even use your peace fingers, your middle finger and your index finger, and wrap it around your big toes and guide your knees down. Still keeping your back nice and flat against your mat. No rounding like this to get into the stretch. Your knees will go as far as they want to go while keeping your back against your mat. And then option to just hold like this or bring some movement into it. Maybe you want to straighten and bend each leg. See how that feels. Maybe you want to rock side to side. You could try to pull each knee down towards the ground. And just exploring any movement that feels good in this stretch to you. And as you breathe in, you feel your rib cage pressing into your inner thighs. As you breathe out, you can sink into the stretch a little bit more. Also notice what your neck is doing here. Try to keep your chin in towards your chest. Neck nice and long. Avoid arching your head like this. So really try to flatten from the base of your skull down to your tailbone. 3 more deep breaths here. On your last exhale, release whatever hold that you have. Guide your knees back in together and bring the soles of your feet down onto your mat. So ankles will line up directly underneath your knees. Sometimes you'll be able to graze the backs of your heels with your fingertips. Other times that takes it too far. So just try to line up ankles underneath knees. Knees hip-width distance apart. Imagine squeezing a block. You can even use a block if you want to, in between your thighs. And then press the entire sole of your foot down onto your mat. As you breathe in, you're going to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, you lower back down with control. And then you want to lift your chest up towards your chin. Keep the back of your neck flat against your mat. No turning your head in directions as you do this movement. It's just a lift up your hips as you breathe in. Slowly lower down as you breathe out. And what your knees will want to do is open up or fall together. Try to keep them lined up, nice and parallel. And if you'd like, you can start to add in the arms. So as you breathe in, you lift your hips and you bring your fingertips to reach back behind you. As you breathe out, you lower your arms by your sides and you lower your hips. Inhale to open up, opening up the front of your body. Exhale to release with control. Imagine that you're moving through water or through honey, and try to feel a slight resistance in your movements. Take one more movement or finish the one that you're on. Settling back down onto your back. Hug your right knee in towards your chest and extend your left leg out long in front of you. Flexing your foot, try to drive your heel forward as you squeeze your knee down, and then let your arms just be heavy. So you're using the weight of your arms to draw your knee in towards you. You'll start to maybe feel a bit of a stretch into the front of your hip flexor. This is a really nice one to realign your back. If you're sitting a lot at a computer, it can be really nice to stretch your back out and align your back in this way. Again, you're taking those nice big full belly breaths. So as you breathe in, you're pressing your tummy into the top of your thigh. As you breathe out, you sink into this posture a little bit more. Use your next exhale to guide your knee across your body with your left hand. We're moving into a twist now. So you're going to open your right arm out to the side, either in a T shape with your fingertips sliding up with your shoulder, or in a cactus shape. Now this twist can be a bit much for a lot of people. So if you'd like to modify, you can stack your knees by bending your left knee. You can keep your legs straight. And if you want to go into more of a stretch for your right leg, you can start to flex your foot forward and hold on to your leg wherever feels comfortable for you. And then try to push your thigh and your hip down slightly. Sink your right shoulder down into your mat. Using every breath to sink into this twist a little bit more. If it feels okay for your neck, you can turn your gaze across your right shoulder. Take 3 more deep breaths wherever you are. On your last breath, if your leg is extended, you're going to re-bend your knee, guiding your knee back through to center. Give it a little squeeze, and then send your right leg out long in front of you. Taking a moment at center to just kind of feel how one side of your body might feel slightly different from the other. Feeling any shifts that have been made. Whenever you're ready, you can guide left knee in towards your chest, wrapping your hands around your shin. Flex your right toes up towards the ceiling and try to drive your right heel forward, like you're pushing into a wall in front of you. Then you start to feel the muscles along the top of your hip and down into your quad lengthen. And again, you're guiding your knee down, and then you just let your arms flop and sink. So you're using the weight of your arms to have your knee in towards your chest. Spine is nice and long and aligned, chin towards chest. Feeling the sensation of your belly pressing up into your thighs. You inhale. Using your exhales to sink into this posture. Like your body is putty being molded. One more deep breath here. Then you're going to use your next exhale to guide your knee across your body with your right hand, opening your left arm out to the side. Choose your variation of the twist that you like the most. So maybe you stack your knees. Maybe you start to straighten your left leg, kicking your foot towards the opposite wall. Just make sure that you're not lifting up off of this left shoulder. You sink it down into your mat. So that might mean you can't bring your knee as far down to the floor as you would like to, but that's okay. You want to keep the integrity of the twist by twisting the core instead of your shoulders. And then again, if it feels okay on your neck, your chin can come to your left shoulder. more big breaths wherever you are. Slowly guide your knee back through to center. Give it a nice squeeze. And stretch your leg out in front of you. Deep breath at center, filling up the base of your belly all the way up to your collarbones. Slow exhale, emptying out fully. Releasing whatever you need to release this evening. And whenever you feel ready, start to roll onto your side, resting your head on your arm like a pillow in your fetal position. Take a breath here, and then slowly guide yourself up into a tabletop position on your hands and your knees. Well, I'll turn the other way so I'm not showing my butt to you guys. Okay, so nice long line from the top of your head down to your tailbone. Stack your joints, shoulders over top of wrists, hips over top of knees, and then take a look in between your knees. Make sure you can't see your feet behind you because they're directly behind your knees. Inhale, drop your belly into cow pose. Spread your heart open, lift your gaze. Exhale, round your spine, belly back to spine. Inhale to lift up and open up your heart. Stretch the abdominal muscles. Exhale, round your spine, finding that nice cat stretch. Lift and open as you breathe in. Round and imagine sending your heart to that space between your shoulder blades as you breathe out. One more, just like that. Now this next one, you're gonna lift into your cow pose. Exhale, round your spine into cat, and then sit your sit bones back onto your heels for child's pose. Pressing down into the palms of your hands. Inhale, pull yourself up into cow. Exhale, round your spine, cat posture, and back into your child's pose. Pull yourself forward as you breathe in. Round your spine, shift back as you breathe out. Do 3 of these movements at your own pace, to your own breath. Just feeling your body flowing through these movements. And again, imagining yourself moving through water, moving through honey, feeling that soft resistance along with the flow. The next time you sit back into your child's pose, you're going to stay there, forehead to your mat. Stack your hands onto your low back. Right hand on top of left. As you breathe in, you're going to lift up onto your knees and sweep your arm up above you, reaching your hand above your head, and then lean back into a slight back bend, opening through your heart. You're not collapsing into your back at all. It's a lift up and over from your heart. Inhale here. Exhale, sink back down. Lower your forehead. Left hand on top of right. Inhale to sweep yourself back up. Left hand is reaching up and over. Exhale down. Inhale, right hand, lift up, reach up and back. Exhale, sink down. Left hand reaches up and back as you breathe in, opening up your heart. Exhale, sink down. We're going to go into both hands now. Inhale, sweep both arms up overhead. Exhale, down. 2 more. Last one. Lift up, hold up, cactus your arms. So to look like a football arch, I don't know what that's called in football, whatever that is. You're cactusing your arms just like that. And then you're gonna spread your heart open. Open up and over from your heart. Again, not collapsing into your back. It's like you have a string attached to your heart, and that's what's causing you to lift up and over. Keeping your core strong to not hurt your back at all. Deep breath in. Exhale, draw your hands towards heart center. And take a breath here. Beautiful. Bring your hands back down onto your mat, tabletop position. Step your right foot in between your hands for your low runner's lunge. Your knee is directly over top of your ankle. No forward. That'll be hard onto your knee. Stack your joints. And then from here, if you want to shift your knee back, your left knee back a little bit, you can. Because we're going to glide the hips forward and down so you feel that opening through the front of your hip flexor and into your quad. Exhale, shift back, half splits. Maybe you flex your right toes upward, maybe you keep your foot down, yogi's choice. But what you want to avoid doing is sitting back onto your heel. You're going to keep your glute stacked over top of your knee here. And your back stays nice and long. So no rounding like this. If you need to, you're going to use either blocks or water bottles underneath your hands. Anything stable you can rest your hands on to keep your back flat. And then you can release your head down as far as it'll go. Inhale to pull yourself forward into your low lunge. Exhale, shift back into your half splits. Inhale, pull yourself forward, maybe lift your heart. Exhale, shift back. And then option to continue like this, or you're going to add in your arms. As you pull yourself forward, you reach your arms up overhead. As you shift back, you reach your hands back behind you. Inhale, pulling your hips forward, lift from your hands. Exhale, shift back like you have wings. 2 more. Now hold your half splits position, bringing your hands down to your mat. Stay here if you'd like, or walk your hands across your leg towards the right side of your mat, turning your toes to about 2 o'clock. You're going to fold over to the side, and this will get into your IT band. Let your head be heavy, release your neck wherever you are, and breathe into this stretch. Lengthening the muscle as you inhale, softly releasing as you exhale. Take another breath. then walk your hands back through to center to frame your foot if they're not already there. And pull yourself forward into your runner's lunge. Curl your back toes under, lift up your back knee, and step your left foot up to meet your right foot. So you're in a standing forward fold at the top of your mat. Head is heavy. You can hold on to opposite elbows if you'd like and sway side to side. Shake your head no, nod it yes. But you want to make sure your stomach is resting on top of your thighs to protect your back. So that might mean bending your knees a lot, and that's okay. Letting your head go completely. Releasing any tension in your back. Letting it all drain out of your head and down into the mat beneath you. Letting it get carried away by the layers of the earth. Letting all that tension go. Okay, release whatever hold that you have. Inhale to a flat back, hands either to your shins or thighs. Exhale, release. And then roll up one vertebrae at a time, stacking each vertebrae, moving as slowly as you can. Really feel each vertebrae stack on top of the next. Your head is the last thing to come up. Until you're standing in your Tadasana mountain pose. So I'll show you facing forward. Your feet are parallel. Pick up all 10 toes and place each one down individually, really spreading your weight evenly through both of your feet. Slight bend in your knees. Scooping your core muscles in. Knitting your ribs together. You're nice and strong. Roll shoulders back and down. Sliding shoulder blades together and down your back. And then your fingertips, it's like there's energy shooting out of them. Lift up out of your head, up out of the crown of your head, like a rope is attached to your head, like a marionette doll. So you're both grounding, you're rooting through your feet, while lifting up towards the sky. Strong and steady like a mountain. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Maybe go into a little back bend. Exhale, hinge from your hips, gliding forward and down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release. Ground your hands down onto your mat. Step your right foot back. Runner's lunge. Release your knee down. Low runner's lunge. Okay, and then setting up like you did on the other side. Your knee is stacked over top of your ankle. If you need to shift this back knee back a little bit, you can. Always have the option to add cushioning to your back knee. If this is ever hard on your knees at all, you can slide a blanket or a pillow underneath your knee for cushioning. Okay, so as you breathe in, glide your hips forward and down. As you breathe out, shift back into your half splits. Back is nice and long. It's a fold from your hips, not rounding your back. Using props under your hands if you need to. Toes are flexed up or they stay down, whatever feels better for you. Inhale, pull yourself forward. Exhale, folding into your half splits. Find your flow with your own breath. Finding the movement, the stretch that feels good for you. Every day will be different. Just acknowledging where you are at this evening and being okay with that. Now if you want to add in the arms, go ahead, lifting up as you breathe in. Flying like wings as you breathe out. Three more movements with breath. Finding the variation and the pace that feels good for you. Last one. And hold your half splits, bringing your hands down to your mat. Either staying here in this stretch or walk your hands across your left leg. Turn your toes to about 11 o'clock and release into this IT band stretch. Let your head go, let your neck go. Softening into the stretch with every breath you take. Three more deep breaths wherever you are. After your last breath, walk your hands back through to center if they're not already there. Pull your hips forward, runner's lunge. Round your hands down. Curl your back toes under, lift up your knee. Step back into a downward facing dog. This is our first down dog of class, so do whatever movements you need to do to find your down dog. Pedal out your feet. Bend and straighten your knees. Maybe twist side to side. And eventually you'll come to a point of stillness, finding that V shape in your body. Back is nice and long, core is engaged, tailbone is reaching for the ceiling. You're pressing up out of your hands so you're not sinking into your shoulders at all. Arms are strong. And you might have a nice generous bend in your knees, heels away from your mat. That's okay, that's better than trying to force your heels down and arching your back or doing something funky with this. So keeping the back long, heels are either lifted or they're starting to melt down towards your mat. Find a deep breath in your down dog. And then bring your gaze up to the top of your mat. Tiptoe your feet all the way up to your hands, moving as slowly as you can. Finding your standing forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to release. Inhale to rise up to standing. Big, juicy stretch up overhead. Maybe go into a back bend. And then come up and catch right wrist with your left hand. We're going into a side body stretch. You're going to lift up and over. Keeping your shoulders squared to the front of your mat. Going as far into the stretch as you'd like. Even can pull on your wrist to go a little bit further. Sending your hips to the opposite side. Maybe you lift your gaze under your arm. Inhale back up through the center. Switch the clasp. And over to the other side. Hips and shoulders square to the front. Hips reach for one end of the room, hands reach for the other. Maybe turning your gaze upward. Beautiful, come back up through center. Exhale, hands to heart center. And down, finding by your sides. Roll shoulders back and down. Find your steadiness in your mountain pose. Maybe even close your eyes this time. Notice how it feels to be standing in your Tadasana with eyes closed. Deep, full breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Flutter your eyes open. Find a drishti point ahead of you now to keep your gaze steady on. The point of focus is your drishti point. So it's something unmoving that'll help you balance or transition into a posture. Reach your arms up overhead. Pressing down into your right foot, step your left foot back into your warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. So again, stacking your knee over top of your ankle. Your back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Hips are as squared as they can be to the front of your mat without tweaking your knee at all. So if you need to open your hips up a little bit, that's okay. And then you want to feel the arch of your back foot lifting away from your mat. Your entire foot is pressing down into both of your feet. So you're steady between both feet. You're grounded and you're centered over top of your hips. Shoulders over top of hips. Lift your arms upward. Now, if this doesn't feel good in your shoulders, you can also take cactus arms. Whatever feels better for your body. Maybe start to lift your gaze up towards your fingertips. Core is strong. Knit the bottom of your ribs together, belly button to spine. Take a breath in here. Exhale, release your arms down, straighten your front leg. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, release. Keep your gaze steady ahead of you. Take 3 more breaths like this. One more. Keep your front leg straight. Reach your arms up high. Take a breath in here. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Stop at a flat back. Belly button to spine. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. Neck is nice and long. 2. 1. Fold all the way forward. Bring your hands onto your mat or onto support. And then release forehead to your knee. Now it can be really easy if you tend to hyperextend your knees to hyperextend them here. Make sure you're not locking your knees at all. There is still a slight bend in them. We're just going to hold here for 4 full more breaths. Keep your hips square to the top of your mat. Try shifting right hip back, left hip forward. Great, now we're going to take this into a revolved pyramid. So you're going to start to walk left hand in towards your right foot. Maybe it stays at the arch of your foot. Maybe you cross your foot entirely. Now start to rotate your belly button towards the right side of the room. Start out with your right hand on your low back. And once you feel steady, gaze is steady on your drishti point. Then you lift your hand up towards the ceiling. one long line from your top hand down to your bottom hand. Gaze can stay on the side wall towards your foot or up towards your fingertips. For 3 more breaths. Try squeezing those inner thighs together. Exhale to release. Hands square your foot in your pyramid posture. Shift your weight into your right foot. Lift up off the left foot into an L shape. So you're trying to kick your foot back behind you, like it's pressing into a wall behind you. And then you're slowly going to lift your hands up away from your mat into your Virabhadrasana, Warrior 3 pose. Warrior 3, you have a T shape in your body. One long line from the top of your head down to your foot that's lifted. You might be here and that's totally fine as long as you have a long line from top of your hand down to your foot. It is like a seesaw on this standing leg. Okay, so wherever you are is perfect. You just want to make sure you're not overarching your back or rounding your back to get there. I'm not keeping my gaze steady at my tertiary point, as you can tell. But trying to keep your gaze steady, core strong. If you want to reach your hands back behind you or out in front of you, you can. For 3 more breaths. And 1, come back into your Warrior 1 pose. Beautiful, take a breath in here. Exhale, catch your hands back behind you. Send your hands back towards your back heel. Open your heart as you breathe in. Hinge from your hips, fold to the inside of your right knee as you breathe out for your humble warrior. Head is heavy. Hands are reaching for the ceiling. Try to glue the heel of your hands together. You'll feel a nice opening through your shoulders here. Got 3 more breaths. Next, exhale, release your hands to the inside of your right foot. Pop up on your back heel. You might need to shift your back heel back a little bit. You might need to heel toe your right foot to the edge of your mat. And then come down onto your left knee for your lizard posture. So again, if you need that padding underneath your knee, please take it. So right hand is on the inside of your right foot. You can stay here. This is a great place to stay. You're focusing on gliding those hips forward and down. You want to take it a little bit further. You're going to roll onto the outer edge of your right foot and allow your knee to come open. Maybe turning your toes slightly towards about 2 o'clock. And then you can stay here. You can bring your forearms down onto support or onto your mat. But the main thing here is that you're not arching your back to get into it. Heart lowers down. And what you should feel is the hips sinking open. So if you have to round your back to get into it, you're not going to feel it very much in your hips. So always focusing on the hips gliding forward and down at whatever stage you're at. And then you also have the option to kind of press right knee open. Slowly come back up onto your hands if you're on your forearms. Roll onto the sole of your foot if you were on the outer edge of your foot. Curl your back toes under, lift up your back knee, and then step your left foot to the outside of your left hand, Yogi Squat Malasana. So I'll turn to show you. Your arms are on the insides of your knees, hands at heart center. Back is nice and long, so you're focusing on sinking tailbone down towards your mat, crown of your head up high. If you need to use support underneath your sit bones, you can sit on a block or books, whatever you have around your house. And then you're pressing more of like your triceps to the inner knees back into your triceps. Three more breaths here. We're starting to work with our breath now. So next breath in, you're gonna shoot up. So inhale, straighten your legs, lift up. Exhale, sink back down. Two more like that. One more. Lift up, stay up. Tadasana. Heel toe your feet so that they're parallel. Roll shoulders back and down. Back is nice and lined. Core is strong. Gaze ahead of you. Start to shift your weight into your left foot. Lift your right foot up. Reach your arms up. Step back behind you. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So your back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Your entire foot is pressing down into your mat. Arch of your foot lifts away from your mat. And then this knee is stacked over top of your ankle. Knit those ribs together, belly button to spine to take the arch out of your back. And then you're either lifting your hands up high or you're finding your cactus arms, whatever feels better for you. Maybe you lift your gaze up. Deep breath in here. Exhale, let it go. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, Warrior 1. Exhale, release. 3 more. And 1 more. Legs stay straight. Reach your arms up high. Hinge from your hips. Find a flat back first. Core is strong. Hold here. Scissor your legs. Try to squeeze inner thighs together. And release your hands down onto your mat for support. Forehead towards your knee. Pyramid posture for 5 full breaths. Try to shift left hip back, right hip forward. If you need to, you can always step this back foot in a little bit. And if you feel like you're gonna fall over, step your back foot up to the side of your mat a bit more. So it's more like you're on train tracks instead of a tightrope. Okay, take another deep breath here. And we're going to start to go into revolved pyramid. So walking your right hand in towards your left foot. Maybe it's at the inner arch of your foot. Maybe you cross over the outer edge of your foot. Twisting like that rope is attached to your belly button. It's twisting towards the side wall. Left hand starts on your low back. And then once you feel steady, you found your drishti point, you lift your hand up. One long line from top fingers down to bottom finger. And if you'd like, you can lift your knees. release. Hands frame your foot so you're in your pyramid shape once again. And then you're going to lift up off of your back foot, finding that L shape with your legs. Core is strong. Start to lift your hands up away from your mat. Steady in your standing leg and your standing foot. Find your variation of warrior three. So maybe you're here. Again, you're finding that long line from top of your head down to your heel. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're here. Maybe you find the T shape. Wherever you're at is perfect for you. Try to have your hips squared to your mat. So try dropping that right hip slightly, come up out of left. Any variation with your arms that you enjoy. 3 full breaths. Exhale into your warrior one stance. Deep breath in here. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Try to find the opposite clasp this time, so the opposite thumb on top from what you're used to. Send your fist down towards your back heel. Spread your heart open. Inhale, lift from your heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Fold to the inside of your left knee. Left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. Head is heavy. Try to lift your hands up away from your back towards the ceiling. 3 more deep breaths. Beautiful. Exhale, release your hands to the inside of your left foot. Pop up on your back heel. Shift this back foot back a little bit. Heel toe left foot to left side of your mat. And lower your back knee down in your lizard posture. So again, finding the shape that feels best for your body tonight. Staying here or with support under your hands. Maybe you roll onto the outer edge of your left foot to open up. Rotating your hip open a little bit. Maybe you start to come down onto your forearms or onto support underneath your forearms. Always keeping the integrity of your back. Never forcing yourself to go further into a posture than what your body is asking for. Everything that I give to you is guidance, but ultimately your best teacher is your body. Listen to that. Again, if you want to start to press your knee open, you can do that as well. A couple more deep breaths here. Beautiful. Coming up onto your hands if you're on your forearms. Roll onto the sole of your foot. If you did, go onto the outer edge of your foot. Curl back toes under, lift up your knee. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Yogi squat, Malasana. Take 3 deep breaths here, maybe closing your eyes. Eyes are closed, blink them open. And we're going to come into a seated position. So walk your hands back behind you and then lower yourself down. Draw soles of your feet together to touch, knees open wide in your cobbler pose or your butterfly pose. And then try to spread your feet open like a book. If you want, you can even use your thumbs to massage the soles of your feet. That'll help them to splay open a little bit more. And then you can stay here in an upright position or begin to hinge from your hips, not rounding your back. Hinge from your hips to fold forward. Maybe starting to use your elbows to press down into your thighs. Let your head be heavy, release your neck. Taking 5 deep breaths here. Your 5th breath, come back up. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees. Guide your knees together to touch. Hands come behind you. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Bringing your blood flow back into the hips. Flashing out that deep stretch. Back to center and send your heels forward, flexing your toes upward. Take the flesh out from underneath you, send it towards the back of your mat. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hinge and move your hips, fold forward. Now your hands might land next to your legs here. You might reach for your ankles, shins, or hold on to your feet. Again, keeping your back nice and long to go into the stretch. Once you can't fold from your hips anymore, then you release your head and your neck to fold into your double leg forward fold. Every inhale, you're trying to send the crown of your head towards your feet. Every exhale, you sink into the stretch a little bit more. And to get out of this, walk your hands underneath your shoulders, press into your hands, and roll up one vertebrae at a time. That'll be the last thing to come up. Right, now bend into your knees, soles of your feet on your mat. Hands reach forward. Core nice and strong. Slowly bring yourself down onto your back. Beautiful. Let your arms rest by your sides. And then we're going to cross right ankle over top of left thigh for your figure 4 posture. You can stay here. This is a great place to stay. Or you can thread your right arm in between your legs to hold on to either the back of your left thigh or the front of your left shin. Drawing your legs in towards you, hips stay level on your mat. Keep your right foot flexed to protect your knee joint. And your back stays nice and long. So again, like what we did at the start of class, keeping that long line from the top of your head down to your tailbone. If you start to do this to get into the stretch, something's not right. You've got to come out of it a little bit and readjust so you can keep the integrity of your back. If you want to intensify the stretch at all, maybe you're here and you want to intensify it, then you start to press your right elbow into your right knee. Draw your legs in towards you a little bit. More breaths here. Next, exhale, start to take this into a figure 4 twist. Roll onto your left hip, sole of your right foot to the floor next to you. Keep sinking your right shoulder down into your mat, and either take your right arm into a cactus arm or fingertips line up with your shoulder in a T shape. You can have your left arm out to the side or hold on to your ankle. Chin is either in towards your chest or you bring your gaze across your right shoulder. Your head back to center first, and then lift your legs up to center and step your right foot down onto your mat. Windshield wiper your knees side to side, flush that out. Back to center, cross left ankle over top of your right thigh. Maybe you just stay here. Maybe you place left arm in between your legs and hold on to the back of your right thigh or the front of your right shin. Left foot stays flexed to protect your knee joint. Back is nice and long, chin towards chest. Guiding your knees in as far as they would like to go. Maybe to intensify, you can start to press left elbow into your left knee. Last breath wherever you are. And on an exhale, you're going to take this into your twisted figure 4. Open your left arm out to the side, roll onto your right hip, sending your left foot to the floor next to you, either holding on to your ankle or open your right arm out to the side. Chin stays at your chest, or turn your chin to your left shoulder, sinking your left shoulder down into your mat. Every exhale allows you to sink deeper into this twist. Releasing whatever is not serving you. Breathe in the word let. Breathe out the word go. Let go. Let go. Slowly start to come out of this now. Head comes back to center first. Then your knees come up to center. Stepping your left foot down. Windshield wiper knees side to side. Flush it out. The last posture we're going to take is dead bug. You're going to lift soles of your feet up towards the ceiling, and then lift your hands up towards the ceiling and first, you're going to reach up out of the soles of your feet and reach up out of your fingertips. And then drop leg bones down into hip sockets. Drop arm bones down into shoulder sockets. And feel your limbs just suspended in space. Back is pressing down into your mat. Neck is nice and long. If you prefer to take movements here, you can. You can roll out your wrists and your ankles a few times. You could even give yourself a little bit of a shake. You can shake out your arms, shake out your legs. This is really good to get any lactic acid all broken up, any stuck or stagnant energy and blood flow. Just let it all go and then hold in stillness. Five full breaths. After your last exhale, start to draw your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a hug. Filling yourself up with love and kindness for yourself or anybody in your home. The people outside of your home who you love and haven't been able to see. For the people outside of your home who you don't even know, but you would like to send love to. Love and kindness energy that is giving and receiving. When you are ready, you can release this hug. Come into your final resting posture, Tadasana. Lift your right foot up. Let it flop. Lift your left foot up, let it flop. Right arm up, flop down. Left arm up, flop down. Head up, and down. Now your entire body is nice and heavy on your mat beneath you. Take a deep, full belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Feel your body drop down into the mat beneath you. With every breath you take, your body becomes heavier, sinking down. This wave of calm washes over your body. Resist the urge to move at all. In the next couple of moments, give yourself this time and this space to be still, to be with your breath. to maybe even drift away for a moment. Practicing this love and kindness to yourself. To be okay with wherever you are, here and now. And to be present for yourself. Giving yourself this gift. Stillness. Calm. Nourishing your body, your mind, and your soul. Start to bring yourself back. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Circle out your wrists and your ankles. Rock your head side to side. And as you are ready, slowly roll onto your right side, taking your fetal position. Cradling your head with your arms. Gently press yourself up to seated, keeping your eyes closed or eyelids heavy. Finding your easy seated posture. Legs crossed, hands on your thighs, either palms facing down to feel more grounded. Palms facing up to receive energy. Shoulders stack over top of your hips. Head over top of your shoulders. Relax your shoulders down. Lift the crown of your head upward as your sit bones sink into your nose. Draw your hands together at heart center. close our practice with one Om and 3 Shantis. One Shanti for peace within, one Shanti for peace to those around you, and one Shanti for peace in our world. Breathe in to prepare, and on the exhale, we'll Om. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feeling the energy of the Om and the 3 Shantis all around you, settling into you and around you. When you're ready, blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. I hope you are well wherever you are. From the bottom of my heart to yours. Namaste. Love and light.